You have a good YouTube channel.
Oh, I
How
thank
do
you.
You're welcome. So, how do you manage your communication?
Like you mean the community? How do we manage the communication on YouTube or on everything
Like in general?
in general? Okay. Well, we have a marketing team at the. I forgot to mention that when I was telling you about the teams. There's the five of that are doing like engineering work, but there's also a couple of teams that are doing other things that are trying to. Like we also have a project management team, which is doing all the paperwork and stuff for the group being an EV, which is like a nonprofit organization. We also have people inside the project management that are actively doing jobs for recruiting people. We also have a team that's, like I said, the marketing team. We also have a legal team. It only has one person, but it's still technically a team. And we have a finance team as well, which is kind of a mix between the marketing team, and they're responsible for like doing the taxes and the managing the bank account and stuff like that. In terms of the marketing, though, like the marketing is a whole bunch of people that are contributing to it right now. Like we have people that are helping out with, like on the YouTube channel with animations. All of the people who are even in the engineering departments, I'm trying to get them involved in terms of doing interviews with them and incorporating them into the marketing campaign, because I think that the best way to publicize about the group is to talk to people that are in the group and get to know what they're designing and what they're working on and what they think, because I think that's what will catch the attention of people who are maybe interested in joining a group like this, or maybe just interested in science and technology and wondering what they're going to do next in their life, or maybe they want to pick a major or something. So it's not just about publicizing the group so that we can get sponsors and stuff. It's also about trying to show people in the world that the rocketry is interesting and exciting, and that there's lots to learn and there's lots to innovate in this area. And if there are young people such as yourself that are excited about rocketry, I want to keep them excited about rocketry. As I feel like a lot of people who are excited about this stuff when they're young, everyone wants to be like an astronaut when they're a kid or something, right? But then that kind of fizzles away as you get older, because people, I don't know, they realize that, oh well, space is far away and I have problems in the world right now, and oh, I want to just do a job that makes me lots of money, something like that. And I want to try to keep that fire of looking at the world and trying to see the mystery of it. I don't know how to say that properly.
Yeah,
That keeps
keeping curiosity alive. Yeah.
exactly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And space is for everyone in the end. It shouldn't be for like anybody specific. So it's important that we reach all sorts of audiences, not just one particular domain or kind. So when there are videos from different branches, I guess someone who's super into sensors will be interested. But at the same time, someone who's just doing a full scale CFD analysis is also interested. It's a bit for everyone. And yeah, that's how you keep people engaged. It's how you remind people that we're kind of all in this together and there's someone you can relate to online. And that's great, right?
Yeah. Ultimately, now I'm going to start sounding crazy, but this is what you get. um, Ultimately, I think it is imperative that humanity continue to invest significant amounts of resources into trying to develop space technology, and ultimately to make humanity a spacefaring civilization, because that is a destiny that, first of all, is exciting, I think, and I think lots of people think that's exciting too. I could be wrong, but also it's important because it's like the natural next step for the progression of our technological society. And if we don't invest the resources now, sometimes I'm concerned that we may lose this opportunity in the future, because of world craziness. So yeah, there's a little bit of there's always that in the back of my mind as well. And yeah, I think that I would hope that any sort of PR or social media presence that we have, I would hope that that inspires some people to think about starting on this path of becoming someone who wants to work in engineering and science and technology.
Yeah, it's like a launch window for innovation right now. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's a really cool time that we live in, I think.
How much time and resources do you dedicate to making YouTube videos?
Oh man. Getting into the tough questions.
Yeah.
Too much. I wish it was easier. Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends. It can be hard sometimes because of like anytime there's something that has a lot of animation and stuff in it, then it's going to be hard because that takes time and energy to make. We're not very good at doing this kind of stuff. I know you've interviewed some people that are really good at it, but this is not our strength. Yet. Maybe we'll get better. I don't know. Right now, we just do some small things in like Blender, and I have an Illustrator account that I use to make graphics and stuff. I make all the videos right now in Lightworks. That's what it's called. But yeah, if you put it all together, like to make one video, if you count, I don't know how you want to count the man hours, but it probably takes like in total probably like 30 or 40 hours amongst all the people that have to be involved at each point.
What about you? Do you make all of it on your own, or how much time does it take for you?
Yeah, so recently I'm doing these videos, which are interviews. Once upon a time, so I did like Minecraft and Kerbal. And those were practically, it took the time to make them as the time the video length was. So like if the video was like 10 minutes long, I probably spent 10, maybe 20 minutes making it. Not that much because it's simple, but I understand that with animation, it's not that easy.
No. Also, even when you just do interviews, like when we're interviewing the different people in the team, like we'll have like a studio set up, and we'll have like to set everything up takes time. We have myself, the person we're interviewing. We also have a cameraman who will be operating because we'll have like 3 different cameras that are all at different angles. And then we'll do the interview for like an hour, but of course I can't upload a whole 1 hour video to YouTube because no one will watch that. If it's like super long and we're just talking about technical stuff, you sometimes have to find like the interesting parts and try to
just our
condense
videos.
it.
Our videos.
Yeah, for other people, like we're not a what do you call it? Podcast type channel where we're doing these interviews where it's like long form. So because we're a short form channel, we have to kind of cut these things down to make it, I don't know, more in, I guess more like in the style of how the rest of the videos are on the channel. That takes time. Like editing a conversation is really more work than you think it is. And syncing audio with video is a nightmare.
And then multiple camera views as well.
It's yeah. It can be annoying.
How is important the public relations department for you?
The problem with rockets is that they're expensive. So, like just to build, like even just small rockets that are not going super high, like 3 kilometers or 9 kilometers or something like that, that can cost you tens of thousands of euros. And we're students, so we don't have tens of thousands of euros just lying around. So how do we get that money? That's the question. And this is where the PR comes in, because basically if people don't know about you, they can't support you. So the goal of the PR team at ASTRA is to get wider exposure to the world and to people that are interested in supporting rocketry and supporting cool projects like this. Then that can be from just regular people, that can be from industry, from companies that are looking to support groups. It can also be for people and industry that is looking to maybe get some advertising or try to connect with students so that they can maybe have some potential recruitment bases in the future. But yeah, if people don't know about who you are and you don't have that exposure, then you can't get access to those kinds of funds. So this is why PR was always important from the start for us, because we knew this, and so we're really trying to focus on making sure that we can maintain a revenue stream so that we can keep the project going. Yeah, at this point, sometimes it feels like we're a marketing company that also makes rockets. But yeah, well, sometimes that's a bit challenging.